Hello, Scorpios. Welcome to your reading. This is for Scorpio Sun, Moon, or Rising. Although anyone is welcome here. Everyone and anyone. I feel like all the magical people are welcome. So I have pre-shuffled the cards and kind of sat for a little bit. And so I'm just going to go straight into the reading and see what we've got coming out here. Okay, so first of all we have you, Scorpio, the Death card, and the Eight of Swords, both upright. Okay, I'm just going to pull a couple more on this before I kind of start. Oh, what's that? No, I've put everything around the wrong way. I feel like in the recent past, Scorpio has been kind of going through it, you know? I feel like Scorpio might be... Oh my goodness, I've muddled up all my cards. How did I do that? There we go. I feel like we're kind of... You are, Scorpio, kind of coming out of that kind of mental... kind of cage that you've put yourself in, or kind of overthought yourself into thinking. I feel like that is slowly clearing away. Like, we have the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Four of Wands upright, and the Four of Swords in reverse. So, 2 4s, that's a magical number, double 4s. Yeah, I feel like this cage, this like mental cage, you've like been overthinking everything. I feel like all your options. It's like, what do I do with this person? What do I do with that job? I feel like you're wanting to kind of get out of that overthinking energy. That kind of cyclical cycle of overthinking, and kind of lessen the swords around you to the Four of Swords, which is like more restful, peaceful state of mind for yourself to be in. The Four of Wands here, I'm going to figure out why that is here, of course. I mean, everyone knows it's like the card of marriage and celebration. So that could, maybe that's like the hope that you're needing. Like if maybe you've gone through an ending, or you might have had to walk away from a person, a place, a thing, a job, and you're kind of been overthinking, like, is this the right thing? Is this what I'm meant to be doing? Am I doing like... Okay, these cards are coming out. Yeah, this could definitely have been about a person, whether a friend or a romantic. And you're kind of may have had to walk away from this person, and it might even be a person from the past, and you might have had to I feel like those emotions were still very much affecting your present reality, your present thoughts and emotions, and like you've been trying to kind of release those heavy emotions, and trying to learn how to trust your intuition, to trust that what your decisions and your boundaries you've made have been true and good for yourself, that you've done what you've needed to do, and those decisions that you've made are the right ones. I think that you've been, trying to not repeat those patterns as well, and to lessen those intense feelings. You've got the Eight of Cups in reverse, so you've definitely, and that is above your Eight of Swords. So you're very synced up with yourself, I feel. Maybe just a couple more cards to clarify what might be happening with you currently in your present kind of mindset. Here we go with the Page of Swords. That's very hopeful, although I feel like you are still processing through this. Like this still crosses your mind. Like whatever this past thing is that you had to distance yourself from, it's still lingering a little bit. Like, and I guess in a way, it's, people and things that have happened in the past will always be there. They will always, be in the past. It's, I think trying to lessen the amount of swords or mental anguish, like, so that we can break free of, like, the overthinking, I think. What's this? This is the Fool in reverse. I feel like, you've needed to step out of the crowd, break the status quo, kind of forge your own path, which is not easy. Kind of, breaking free from all the things that might be expected of you, but aren't fulfilling you. That, you may have to let go of some things, but you will feel more whole as a person, slowly, over time, and more fulfilled, and able to kind of be more authentic and true to yourself, and show up for other people better as well when you're trying to do the path that you feel you most need to take. And I feel like you've been building this kind of foundation, like forging a foundation for this new path. Like you've been working hard, processing your emotions at the same time, and having to be very strong within yourself and who you are. And I feel like you're digging the ground. You laid the stones, laid the concrete, laying the bricks, and it's a process, and it takes time. And it's like, instead of following the path that everyone expects you to do, what everyone else is doing. You're breaking free and just creating a whole new path for yourself and whoever wants to come with you along your journey of life. Oh dear. Yes. So what do we have here? We have the Queen of Cups, which is you, which is over the Death and the Lovers. Like, it's like you're reclaiming your own power and your own emotions and being like, this is how I am, this is how I feel, this is my truth, and this is my power. And that is powerful to claim that truth, to speak that truth. You've got the High Priestess also. So you're also very intuitive. Scorpios are naturally, innately intuitive anyways. So maybe incorporating your emotions and your truth and your intuition into yourself as well, like, and trusting that and trusting yourself. Queen of Pentacles as well. Dang, you're a queen. Far out. The Knight of Pentacles. So you definitely got some cash, stability. Maybe that's what you're wanting. Five of Wands. There might have been a little bit of conflict, and the Five of Swords there. I feel like sorry, that's my nephew. He's a autistic humming. I feel like staying strong and like knowing who you are and your truth and everything, and like it's not easy to stay strong and to speak your truth at all times, like, but I feel like with this foundation, kind of strong foundation that you're built or building in the process, like no matter what comes at you, you will always remember that you're like the queen. Like you're as long as you like stay true to your emotions, stay true to yourself, to your intuition, you're a queen. It's great. I feel like the world definitely needs people willing to speak out their truth, you know, and stay true to who they are. We have the Star on the bottom, which we love to see as well. A bright future, like, yeah, I feel like this kind of ending, or things that you may have had to let go of, were kind of like caused you a lot of distress mentally. That the highs might have been very high and the lows very low, like a freaking roller coaster. And hey, and you're wanting to kind of like lessen that intensity. Like, so the roller coaster doesn't go so up and down, just a little bit more smoother. Like, you're always going to have emotions and things are always going to happen, and complicated people exist because we're all complicated. But I feel like you have learnt, like, you're open to learning the lessons that you need to learn and to take into account other people's emotions as well and their situations. And you've learned, and you're like growing into, like, you do have the strength. I forgot to say there that, like, you have this, like, this emotional strength that you're building, this, like, like vulnerability is a strength kind of dealio going on. Like you're able to use that vulnerability and intuition for a greater purpose. And yeah, I might just get a couple more for like advice. If there's any advice that the Scorpios might need, please. Just a 1 or 2 or a 3. The King of Pentacles. Wow, you've got the Queen and the King. Okay, sorry about that, Scorpio. My camera battery died. Okay, so what I was saying is you have the Hierophant, the King of Pentacles, and the Moon. So you have the King and the Queen of Pentacles. Like, I feel like maybe you're collaborating with somebody. There's somebody very earthy, or may have a lot of earth placements in their sign, that you could be connecting to. This is kind of like your overall energy. Maybe you're needing to stay very practical, to kind of work your way through your emotions. I feel like, because you do have the Chariot here somewhere. Where were you? Well, I feel like you're moving towards something. So, yeah, that's right. I was asking for any advice. Yeah, I think the advice is to stay very practical in any of your endeavors, to maybe collaborate with someone who's very practical. That I feel like you're yeah, you are needing to trust your intuition, to really, really believe in yourself. The Hierophant. I feel like you need to, or you, because you have the Queen of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, like, oh my goodness, your advice is that I feel like you are on the right path, you're on the right track. I feel like, yeah, your main advice is to like really truly trust in your intuition, trust in your power, stand in your power, and maybe even turn your emotions and your intuitions into practical areas of your life that you can use your intuition to navigate relationships and, jobs and people. I feel like I think that's good advice to really take with you, that trust your gut feelings, contemplate it, and believing in your intuitiveness. I feel like maybe you see through the facades of some things, and I do feel like there's definitely like an earthy person around you, or in your energy, or someone that you connected to or are connecting to, that they could play a major role in your future. Of course, everything happens for a reason, and sometimes things work out, sometimes things don't work out. But yes, bringing your intuitive nature into your everyday life, I think, would be very important for you to learn or continue learning how to do that. And trusting in the magic, if you know what I mean. Trusting in your own magic and your power, because I feel like there's something here that's inside of you that you know that stepping into your power and being practical and intuitive about it, even with the moon here, and use that to trust it, standing in your power, and that is very powerful. Just to do that, even. Well, I hope this helped in any way. It was actually a really, really great reading. It was a lot of really strong powerful. Like, if you are able to recognize the power and the strength of vulnerability within yourself, and stand in that power, like, you can pretty much accomplish anything that you want to. That's amazing advice. Anyways, hope you have a good one. Peace out to all the magical magicians in the world. Bye. Oh my god.